Hello, everybody. This is Sheila. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Hope y'all stick around. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and the bell and hit the all so you'll get all notifications for whenever I post a new video or go live. Today we are doing my July wrap up. I know it's a little bit late, but it's not that much later in the month, so it's not too far into August yet to do the July wrap up. Oh, I'm gonna go with the last book that I read in July. I'm doing the reread of the whole Boys of Tommen series. This is Binding 13, which is the first book in the series. It's the first book of Johnny and Shannon's story by Chloe Walsh. And it says it's a young adult contemporary romance, but this even Chloe Walsh in the front of the book. She has a disclaimer right here in the front, right here, saying because of its sexual content, violence, mature themes, triggers, and bad language, it is not suitable for readers under the age of 18 plus. So, tells you right there in the front of the book. It is not suitable for anybody under 18 to be reading. The series, the whole Boys of Tom series covers a lot of trauma and a lot of triggers. So, but this one was a 5-star read. The whole Boys of Tom series 5-star for me. Except for Taming 7, I rated that one a 4-star, but the rest of them are all 5 stars. Only because Taming 7 did not give me what I wanted. But the rest of them gave me what I wanted. The next book I read, which I've already read before, is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This one I gave a 4.5 star. I've watched all the movies, and I know from reading the books before that they only get better. This one is mostly building everything up, and even though you do have the trials in this one. So this one's like a young adult dystopian kind of romance thing. I guess that's what you would consider it. Katniss Everdeen, Peter Millark, they get thrown into the Hunger Games, fight to the death with all the other districts. They got like 12 districts. Katniss and Peter from District 12, and they take two children. They reap two children from each district every year for the Hunger Games trials and put them in the arena to fight to the death. And in District 12 this year, Peeta and Katniss get chosen. They get reaped and they are thrown into the Hunger Games. So this is the story of that. That one, like I said, I rated a 4.5 star. It would be 5-star, but I know the other books are better than that one. The next 4 books that I read are a interconnected series. You start off with Fallen by Lauren Kate, and then you go to Torment by Lauren Kate, Passion by Lauren Kate, and then the last one is Rapture by Lauren Kate. And these are books about these, as a girl named Lucy Price. She calls herself Lucy. She likes the name Lucy, goes by Luce. Her name is actually Lucinda, but everybody calls her Luce. And then Daniel Grigori. And their love story has spanned for thousands and thousands of years. He lives forever, and she is reincarnated every 17 years, and they find each other, fall in love, and then she dies at 17 every single time. And this time, she doesn't die immediately. And they find out it's because she has not been baptized or been cleaned by any religion. And these are like fallen angels and demons and stuff like that. And that's what these books are about. And these are young adult romance, paranormal romance. Very good. All of these are rated a 5 star. At least I think. Well, no. Fallen, Torment, and Passion are rated a 4.5, and Rapture was a 5. So the last book was a 5 star, but the rest of these were a 4.5 star each. But altogether, it is worth the read if you read these. I suggest reading them in that order. Fallen, Torment, then Passion, and then Rapture. The next book I read was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And this one's like, I guess I know it's a romance, but I don't know really how to describe this book. It starts off in France of 1714. A desperate woman makes a desperate deal in the dark, a bargain to live forever, but to remembered by none, but to be remembered by none. So begins the invisible life of Addie LaRue, shadow muse to artists throughout history, forgotten friend, confidant, and lover, slipping away with the morning light. Addie passes through lives, desperate only to leave a trace of herself, until the day she walks back into a small bookshop in Manhattan and meets Henry, who remembers her. After 100 years, Addie's life is restarting, but the devil never plays fair. As Henry and Addie's lives start to intertwine, they must face the consequences of the decisions they've made and the price to be paid. And that's what Jesus is at. But it's really good. I rated this one 5 stars. I could not. I ate this one up. This was so good. It was so good. I loved it. Loved every minute of it. And then this one is Gloves Off by Stephanie Archer. Oh yeah. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is by V. Schwab. I forgot to tell you that. Gloves Off is a part of the Vancouver Storm series. It's a hockey romance and it's about Dr. Georgia Green and Alexei Volkov. They are forced into, well, they end up in a fake marriage. He has they're like, it's centered in Vancouver, Canada. That's why it's called the Vancouver Storm series. The hockey team for Vancouver Storm. She's the doctor that works with the hockey players on the team, and he's one of the players. But he's like the oldest player on the team. He should already be retired, but he doesn't want to retire yet. But he knows it's about time that he has to, and his visa is about to expire. So, in order for him to stay in Canada and not be sent back to Russia, and his parents not be sent back to Russia too, he needs to get married. And then her grandfather left her an inheritance, but on the condition that she gets married. So she needs the money, he needs the visa. So it's like a marriage of convenience, and then yeah, they fall in love and all that for real. And it's kind of cute because it's funny in a way because he sends her flowers every day. And it starts off, he gives her a book with the meaning. She finds a book in his house with the meaning of the different types of flowers, and she keeps it in her office at work. And so every day when he sends her a flower, she'll look it up. At first, all the flowers that he sends her means like mean things, and then as they go on with their marriage and it gets further and further through their marriage, he starts sending her more romantic type flowers with well, more romantic meanings and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's a good book. This one I rated 5 stars also. The last book that I read in July was the last book in the Throne of Glass series, Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. Moss. Moss. I think it's Mass. I love her world. I've read all of her series. So now I have no more Sarah. I know I don't. I'm no longer in the SJM world. I've read all of Akatar. I've read all of Crescent City, and I finished all the Throne of Glass. Together they will rise, or together they will fall. This is, like I said, the last book in the Throne of Glass series, so I don't really want to tell you exactly what all Kingdom of Glass is about. But that was definitely a 5 star. And hopefully you will read it if you have not read the Throne of Glass series or any of her books, Sarah J. Maas's books. I suggest you read them because they are just top tier books. And I have one DNF for this month, or for July. I stopped after chapter 5. I just could not get into the full print. This is supposed to be the Folk of the Air trilogy, Folk of the Air set. I just could not get into it. I don't know why. It just did not appeal to me. And this is like the first book I picked up in July. And I only made it 5 chapters in, and then I switched to finishing off Sarah J. Maas' book. Maybe that's why I just couldn't get into it. So maybe I'll pick it back up later. But for now, I've DNF'd this book. And this is by Holly Black, which I like her book, The Coldest Girl in Cold Town, and her book Type. But for some reason, I just could not get into this book, and I really wanted to like this book, so I might pick it back up later, but it's going to be a little while because I'm about to start a reading of the Zodiac Academy. I just bought all the books, and most of them came in, and I'm still waiting on one more book to come in. By the time you're seeing this, the other book might actually be in, book 7. And I want to start recording a video of me reading all of the Zodiac Academy books and doing a video on those and talking about those and try to do a non-spoiler video or I just give you little quotes out of the books that won't ruin anything. But I was really hoping to like this book, but so far I just haven't, I didn't find it very interesting. I know it's about phase again, and that's all I can tell you. I don't even remember the characters' names in this. Jude. Yeah, it says Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous pie port of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong there. But many of the Fae despise humans, especially Prince Cardin, the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. To win a place at the court, Jude must defy him and face the consequences. So, yeah, that's all I know. It's Jude. Her 2 sisters were in the fairy world. and now she's gotta do some kind of game. I don't know. But that is my July wrap up, and I know I haven't been posting very many videos. I'm gonna try to do better where I post on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as much as I can. If I can come up with that many ideas every week, I'm gonna try to post as much as possible. I'm gonna try to put more videos out there. So, if you want more videos and to see what I'm reading and to see the Zodiac Academy vlogs of me reading it and everything, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and click on the all so that you'll get all notifications when I go live. And I will see y'all next time. I love you very much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.